A couple of other questions for you, for us. Please talk about the connections. Well, we sort of did a little bit about this, talking about non-musical influences and our other set of questions. But let's talk again about the connection between the music in our lives and other creative arts, such as visual arts, drama, dance, creative writing. Well, as I mentioned in the other list of questions, what is a big influence on me in my music making is creative writing, in particular, and the dramatic arts. So whether it's stage, I lived in London, Ontario for a while, which is very close to Stratford. So my parents would always take me every season to go see really great place at Stratford. Oh, it's so fantastic there. And so the dramatic arts and the written arts, so books, films, in those in particular, as I said before, and anything that's created a really beautiful narrative arc, but also incorporates, a lot of poetry within it. A good story is a good story. Great, fine,
Absolutely.
But it's another thing that one that has a great story that's making you think, that's making you ask questions, that's not necessarily clear, but, is leading you someplace, is sort of generating new ideas and inspiring things. That's in particular what really influences me.
For me, quite similar. I grew up doing, my father is a singer. I don't think that's ever been mentioned. My dad was a music teacher, recently retired, and is a singer. Who loves stage works. He is an opera and musical theater guy. And so I grew up with that as a major part of my childhood and something that I did throughout high school. So the performing arts in that way were really important to me as well. And I think that acting is very, very related to what we do, and a very important skill for what we do.
Absolutely.
How to convey something. It's really important, especially, in a practical sense, in cueing. Being able to control your body motions to show someone else when you want to start. That's important. But bigger than that, to know when to be still, when not to be still, to make a point. It's something that people use for public speaking, that people use for many other things that aren't physical, but incorporate physicality. And what we do is definitely that.
Very physical.
For me, we talked about this earlier. Art, contemporary, and I do a little bit of. I'm a terrible painter, but I paint, and I do this because it's fun. And you can make a mess, and I don't have to be good at it, so I enjoy it a lot. But how about incorporating our art with other art, or sort of a globalization of what we do? I think that a lot of concerts that we're attending or being part of these days try to be a little bit more interdisciplinary. And that's something that I think you and I are both a fan of, sort of, gathering together like-minded arts or people, performers, to do something together.
Creating connections, making it clear that it's a collaborative thing through and through.
Absolutely.
So that's about. For a brief tangent, not tangent, but and on a scholarly point of view, of course, all of the arts are extremely related. On a historical point of view, in case that needs to be said, that on every musical period, whether it's the visual arts or whatever else that's happening at the same time, they inform so much about one another. So
absolutely,
that's a big part of our studies too. It's something that certainly when I was younger, I did not appreciate. I just said, who gives a damn? But now it's really quite eye-opening.
Yeah, absolutely. So